So, finishing up, I have such a nice time with you here today.
Thank you. I enjoyed it also.
And it's late evening. uh, so, I'm thinking about my neck a lot, and we changed from this, nation that goes to work and commutes and spend 45 minutes on average on daily commute to sitting in front of a computer for 8 hours straight, if not longer. So right around 11 a.m., I start noticing neck pain, neck stiffness, and really unpleasant feeling in my upper body. So I'm thinking, well, I need to talk to Chris. And I need to ask him, what should we do? So what are the important things from your standpoint that you would recommend to all of us, sitting in front of computers? And it's not going to change anytime soon. So some tips that are helpful for the health of our spines.
Sure. So that is happening because so many people are working from home right now. That is something I'm seeing quite a bit in the office. So the first thing I advise people is to take the time to set up a workstation at home where you have the proper setup, good ergonomics, a nice chair that you can sit up nice and straight, and something that would support your back, and move the keyboard close enough so that you're not reaching for the keyboard or the mouse. The last thing someone should do is sit on the couch and work for hours during the day, or sit in bed with pillows behind them. It just does not give you the proper support for you to be there for hours on end. And so you do it long enough, and sure enough, you'll develop a postural strain, to the area, which is one of the things we see quite a lot with people these days. If it's not
Yes.
from working at home, it's from their spending hours on their phone, or even teenagers on the video games, hours,
Yes.
hunched over playing those video games. And next thing you know, they wonder why they can't turn their neck.
Right.
That's the perfect type of problem that we treat, and we can give them advice to avoid it. The other thing I would recommend is trying to take breaks whenever you can, instead of going hours on end. If you could just somehow schedule in 5 minutes to get away from the computer, walk around, do some gentle range of motion stretches, and roll the shoulders, and just move the area. Or if you can stand part of the day and sit part of the day, so you're changing the pressures, that can help you from developing in the strain as the day goes on. And at the end of the day, it's a lot of times when you have the work at home, people don't have the same work-life balance. You end up working for a while, and you go and do something, then you go back and do a few more hours. I kind of advise people to make sure you're keeping that balance.
Yes.
Put your hours in, do your work, but then turn off the computer. Go for a walk, spend some time with your family, do something different, because we all can get caught up, and next thing you know, you're going back to checking your emails at 8 o'clock, or reviewing a case or something. So I advise people to keep a balance there, so that you're not getting overwhelmed and stressing yourself out during these very hectic times, because it's very convenient to work from home, but sometimes that convenience can make it so that you actually work too much.
Yeah. So, I go to the office. So, but, it really, whether you office, it really changed because, my visits every 15 minutes, I go see patient, and it was constant up and down. And now with the telephonic, it's just really one office, one position. So I'm going to ask you to do a simple stretch with me. Why won't you show me how to stretch? I'm ready.
Okay. So this is a particularly good one for the neck and the upper back. I call it a posture reset. And what we're going to do first is we're going to return the curve to the lumbar spine. So bring the curve into your lumbar spine and sit up nice and straight. And then you're going to squeeze your scapula together, your shoulder blades, and try to stretch in the front as far as you can go, and then let that come back. And then you're going to take your chin, and you're going to let it glide as far as you can back. So you're doing a chin press, and then come back. So what we just did is we took all three of our curves to an extreme. We set it up, we increased the lordosis, we extended our kyphosis and squeezed our shoulder blades together, and then we brought our neck all the way back. And what that does is it when you come back to your neutral position, it puts you in a more neutral alignment. So now you're in a nice neutral alignment. And what I like to tell people to do is just reach down and grab the chair that they're sitting on, let's say your left arm, and then turn your head a little bit to the right, reach up with the opposite hand now, just about 45 degrees, and then pull that forward so you feel a stretch through your upper trapezius like that. Perfect, just like that. And then bring it back, and then do the same thing with the opposite side. Hold on to the chair so that anchors the shoulder down, turn away from that shoulder, reach up with the opposite hand, and give it a nice gentle stretch to the count of 5, and then back. And if you do that throughout, you're doing a little bit more rotation than I'd like to see. I'd rather see it just like 45-degree angle, and then just pull yourself forward so you feel the stretch coming from your right through your upper trapezius. So the opposite way. So you're going to turn your head to your right, that way, yeah. So you're holding on with this your left arm right now.
Yes.
Yep. So now use your right arm to grab your head and just give it a little pull forward on a 45-degree angle forward like that. So you feel the stretch right through there. So exactly, that looks pretty close. So you should feel that right through your upper trapezius, maybe down into your levator scapula, your rhomboid area, as you can play around with the angle, just so you feel a good stretch through there. So that would be a stretch I would recommend for someone that's spending too many hours doing telemedicine.
And I'm doing my little yoga namaste. Thank you for you.
Yes, those are perfect. Yoga is a perfect thing for people to do. Not only is because of the stretching component, with the breathing component to it. So they take those deep cleansing breaths and they relax, and it can be, we need to do that also.
Absolutely. And I start my day with a little combination of stretches and yoga postures. So thank you so much. This was so much fun and so educational. And I learned a little bit of the stretch, but I'm going to continue. I'm going to rewatch this video and see what I did right and wrong, because I'm not sure that I followed your recommendations completely.
It's difficult to give the instructions this way.
Especially the mirror view.
Exactly.
So thank you so much again, and have a nice evening.